Hey, Will, it's Trevor Gross from CUTigers.com. Just want to get your assessment of how the offensive line played Saturday night, and what about Notre Dame's defense made it so difficult for y'all to run the ball?
I mean, they're another top five team, really good team. They play with great effort and they're flying to the ball pretty good. Up front, I don't think we were able to move people as well as we wanted to. But like any game, I think we did some really good things. I think we also did things that we need to work on, and that's good going into this bye. We got extra time to kind of reflect and work on those things that we didn't do so well. And
Well, just what's the overall morale of the team and mentality coming off a tough loss like that? Something that you're not accustomed to.
yeah, I mean, losing's never fun. It's never something that I mean. I've obviously every Saturday we go out with a plan to win, and we want to attain that. So obviously, yeah, like it definitely losing hurts. But with that being said, we have Florida State coming up this week, and right now that's the main goal is to kind of prepare and to practice well and to win that game. So, like I said, Notre Dame was a really good team. Hopefully, we'll be able to play them again down the road. But it's one of those things where losing sucks. But it's one of those things we can really kind of grow off of.
Well, this is Larry Williams from TigerIllustrated.com. To a non-offensive line expert, can you maybe give some insight into the dynamics of what it's and the mechanics of what it's like when defenses from the, I guess, second and third level are blitzing, like run blitzing, and you're on a double team and you have to be cognizant of that and maybe leave the double team to take on the blitzer. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think a lot of it just comes through kind of preparation and practice. I think some of that stuff comes with just time and experience. Like I know for me personally, some things I'm able to pick up a little bit now that I definitely wasn't able to last year, and I know there's some things that as I progress here at Clemson that I'll be able to pick up even better. Offensive line's a position that it really is just a lot of experience, kind of feels things, and that's something you also kind of learn when watching film, kind of seeing defenses move, demeanors, stuff like that, and you can just kind of pick up on stuff, kind of throughout the game as well. Kind of you can maybe kind of have maybe a little hint that he might be going inside or outside, and maybe someone's coming or someone's not. But I mean, offense line, it's a difficult position because I mean a lot of things happen very quickly, very fast, and if you don't pick up a block, obviously it can be catastrophic to having a really good drive. So I mean, it's definitely a difficult position, but I mean, that's just what we do. So
For the offensive line as a whole, I guess, as y'all look at that film, what's the most bothersome part of it, just for you guys, as you think back to it and look back at it?
yeah, I would say, I mean, for me personally, it's probably just not being able to maybe move people off the ball as much as we wanted to in the run game. I'd say that was probably the biggest thing.
Hey, Will, it's Anna with Clemson 24/7. Um, like what you just said, not being able to move people off the ball as much as you wanted to. How do you work on that, going forward, especially in the short term as you guys kind of get ready for the stretch down the season?
I'm sorry, you kind of came off.
Sorry. How do you, like you mentioned, not being able to move people off the ball in the run game as well, or as you wanted to? How is that something you fix or work on in the short term as you guys go down the rest of the stretch of the season?
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of that stuff it's really comes down to technique. Is a lot of it, kind of hand placement, pad level, driving your feet, and then also just kind of having some knowledge and stuff, kind of being able to kind of anticipate kind of movement and stuff like that. But I would say those are probably the biggest things to kind of help improve those things.
Would you say that this Notre Dame front was the toughest interior wise that you have faced this season?
I mean, it's kind of hard to kind of recollect everything, but they're a very good team. Yeah, and I mean, it was one of the better defenses we've played all year so far. So I mean, hats off to them.
Hey,
Hey,
Will,
Will,
it's
this is
David Hood. Bockhorst goes down fairly early in that Notre Dame game. Putnam comes in. Trotter comes in. Parks is having to play. Guys are having to move around. Is that an opportunity? And now that you guys are are going to face a lot of criticism over these next 2 weeks for this offensive line to kind of come together and rally around each other?
I mean, we've always been a very tight knit group, and whenever we practice, I mean, everyone gets reps throughout the week when we practice. But I mean, we've always been a very tight knit group, win or lose, and I don't think that's ever really going to change for us. And we're always looking to improve, whether we win by a lot or we lose. We're always looking to improve on every aspect of our game. I don't really think that really changes.
Hey, Will, this is Grace Rayner with The Athletic. When you say that there's some things that just with time and experience that you pick up now that you might not have a year ago, can you just kind of elaborate on like what a specific example of that would look like?
Just kind of what defenses do. When defenses kind of move fronts, they might blitz one guy, drop another guy in pass protections, kind of some things like that. Just it's more so like reaction times and stuff. Like it might not take you a step as long or a second as long to maybe recognize stuff and be able to kind of like trade off kind of games and stuff like that. I think some of that stuff just comes with experience and stuff. And like me, I'm 1 year older than obviously I was last year, so I'm a little bit better in those aspects. But obviously, I also have a long way to go and improve with that stuff too. But some of that stuff comes with having practice, and some of that stuff just kind of comes with time as what for any position.
DJ, it's Trevor again, or I'm sorry, Will, it's Trevor again. DJ's been great the last 2 games, especially for a freshman, but is there a certain comfort level with the offense, just knowing that you'll have Trevor back from a leadership standpoint on the field?
I mean, yeah, it's always good to have Trevor in the game. He's one of the best in what he does in the country. But we're also really proud of DJ. He's been doing a great job. I really don't think there's been like a big drop off in quarterback plays. Done an amazing job. And I mean, as an offensive lineman, I've never really thought about, is it DJ in or is it Trevor in? I think they both do phenomenal jobs. But obviously, we're really happy to have Trevor back and have him in the game, and it's really exciting.
This is Matt Connolly with the State. I think some Notre Dame players said after the game that they knew what play was coming on that toss to Travis where he fumbled and ran it back for a touchdown. Is there anything that y'all noticed, like watching film, that maybe gave that away, or do you know why that was? And then what kind of happened on that play from your perspective?
No, I mean, I'm honestly not too sure about that. I think some of those things kind of come with kind of just the schematics of the play, and obviously the play. I'm just kind of worried about doing my assignment and doing my job and kind of the offensive line. But yeah, I don't really know too much about that.
Anybody with anything else for Will?
Yeah, well, it's Anna again. Obviously, you guys have been pretty lights out in pass protection. It's been more of the run blocking that, like you mentioned, has been a little bit more inconsistent. Just for someone that doesn't know, I guess, a ton about the nuances of offensive line, just where is that disconnect in terms of being, pass protection and then the run blocking? Is it the technique, I guess?
I mean, it's definitely a lot of things. Like I said, some of the techniques obviously are different from pass blocking and run blocking. And I mean, as a group, obviously, I think we did better and kind of those techniques, and we're a little bit more proficient in the pass blocking than we were the run blocking. But that's good. We have a bye week and we have extra time to kind of work and kind of hone in on our skills.